being out
No,
there.
he 100% does. And we had Monday Night Football right here on Cap
That's
KU,
right.
that game. And we take a break because we usually do a news right after Monday Night Football. Well, we were stunned watching what was happening, and we had to come back early. And I thought we'd have to report awful news about his
Very scary moment.
where he was. But we were so pleased that first off, it was about a week later, he was alert and okay. So we're just so happy he's on the road to recovery.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, quick look outside. I can't wait to tell you what to expect on this hot Wednesday that's coming up.
Plus, we're talking to a local beekeeper as the insects are hard at work among those spring flowers. And summer means construction season in Washington. We're talking about some big changes coming to Grandview thanks to a multifaceted partnership. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Cap KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. And Jill, it's Wednesday first off.
Yes.
Also, we have a lot to talk about because
do.
it's going to be just so hot today, but still only about 3 or 4 degrees up from yesterday. So
Okay.
Yesterday was hot. Today just a little bit
inching
more hot.
hotter every day.
But we start our cool down tomorrow.
right.
Let's take a look outside at our lovely Columbia Point Sky Cam, and we do have a little bit of cloud coverage in places this morning. So do expect to see a little bit of that, but we do have plenty of sunshine on deck and plenty of heat as well. Look at this, 96 for Yakima. It is going to be a hot one, and we're going to continue to see, again, just building temperatures as we move along in the day. Also, just a hint of clouds today, but we have a chance of seeing some shower activity tomorrow as we start to cool down. We'll be mid 80s up to 90 degrees and then mid to lower 80s by Friday. So big cool down on the way, but most of our areas today mid to upper 90s. So it is very hot. We have scattered rain expected tomorrow, and we have a cool down to talk about as well. So folks, I have that in my full forecast. Can't wait to tell you all about it coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Jason, just into our newsroom this morning, the Mapton School District is on a 2-hour delay this morning. The district posted on Facebook that the delay is because of power outages and they will not have preschool today. The district says students will still have the usual Wednesday early release. As of this week, Walla Walla police have officially started using body cameras. The police department says the cameras have sensors that will automatically turn on and start recording if an officer pulls their gun or activates their taser. Police say getting the cameras required a lot of work with the city to find funding for the technology and to get community input on how the cameras will be used. They also created a new records technician position to handle requests for body camera video. This week, the Pasco City Council voted to allow pot shops in parts of the city. This debate has been going on for months, and the final vote was delayed several times before this week's council meeting. The final rule puts strict limits on where the businesses will be allowed to operate. The city of Grandview broke ground Tuesday on the city's first ever truck plaza. The average truck driver drives hundreds of miles in a day before they have to stop. The city of Grandview is hoping that they'll soon find a reason to stop here. The city is breaking ground on its first ever truck plaza, an $8.1 million partnership between a private business owner, the city, port, and Yakima County.
Truck Plaza, it's going to include the convenience store, truck car fuel stations. It's going to have truck repair shop, truck wash, and restaurants and bar. And the second phase, they will have the 40-room hotel.
At the end of it all, they anticipate bringing more than 60 new jobs into the community. The plan is to have the first phase of the project completed by the end of the year and the second phase in the next couple of years. Here in the Tri-Cities area, the Candy Mountain Preserve Trailhead closed Tuesday and will remain closed today because of road improvement work. Workers will pave a street just off of Dallas Road and conduct hard surfacing of the trailhead parking lot. Local traffic can still access East 669 PR Northeast during the road work, but it will drop to a single lane. The Pasco School District has announced a sponsorship of the Federal Summer Food Service Program for children. Kids 18 and younger can get free breakfast and lunch during the summer. Meals will be offered at Pasco High School, Virgie Robinson Elementary, New Horizon High School, Stevens Middle School, Barbara McClintock STEM Elementary, Maya Angelou and Elementary, and Chiawana High School. Dates and times vary, and you can find that information on our website, yaktrinews.com. A large swath of the eastern United States faces air quality alerts this morning due to smoke from the wildfires in Canada. ABC's Andrea Fujii has a look at the potential health impacts.
This morning, from bad to worse, tens of millions of Americans are on alert for unhealthy air. The New York Yankees game last night smelling like a campfire. New York at one point seeing the worst air quality of any city on earth. The smoky haze coming from wildfires in Canada is blotting skylines from Manhattan to Cleveland.
We're really seeing these exceptional levels that are traditionally seen in really populated cities.
More than 400 wildfires are burning across Canada, from the western provinces to Quebec, turning the sky bright orange. Smoke seeping across the border, prompting air quality advisories for at least 80 million Americans as far south as North Carolina. One expert saying if you're exposed to the current air quality in New York for 24 hours, it could be equivalent to smoking 6 cigarettes.
The immediate health risks are worsening of asthma and worsening of allergy symptoms. It can happen immediately in exposure to this type of air quality.
Vulnerable people are warned to stay inside. Scientists monitor unhealthy air from wildfire smoke by measuring a particle known as PM2.5, which is small enough to get past your airway defenses and cause breathing problems. A recent study at Stanford University found in the last decade there's been a 27-fold increase in the number of people living in areas with an unhealthy amount of PM2.5 at least one day per year.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
While we're no strangers to wildfire smoke here in the Pacific Northwest, we're actually getting a break at the moment. This map from airnow.gov shows that there's wildfire smoke in the Pacific and in eastern Montana, but our region is comparatively clear for now. We're tracking developing news this morning. The Vatican says Pope Francis has gone to the hospital for intestinal surgery. The 86-year-old Pope is expected to stay in the hospital for several days. This comes just a couple of months after he was hospitalized for chest pain that turned out to be bronchitis. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at your forecast.
Folks, we have a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, but that's not going to stop the hot day on the way. More sun on the way as well, but some showers looming tomorrow with those cooler temperatures. I'll have your forecast coming up.
Plus, we're getting a first look at how former Vice President Mike Pence publicly launched his campaign for the White House. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice. Oh, come on!
Hi, neighbor!
We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest. a better way to solar.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back. It is shaping up to be a busy week in politics. With more than a year to go until the 2024 presidential election, this week we're expecting to get up to a dozen Republican candidates, all hoping to challenge President Biden for the White House. ABC's Lindsay Watts reports that list includes some very familiar faces.
Chris Christie is coming out of the gate swinging.
The reason I'm going after Trump is twofold. One, he deserves it. And two, it's the way to win.
While other Republicans vying for the White House have mostly avoided mentioning the former president, Christie said Trump's name more than 40 times as he launched his campaign at a town hall in New Hampshire.
The person I am talking about, who is obsessed with the mirror, who never admits a mistake, who never admits a fault, and who always finds someone else and something else to blame for whatever goes wrong, but finds every reason to take credit for anything that goes right, is Donald Trump.
Trump responded on social media, saying Christie's speech was hard to watch and boring, calling him a failed governor. Christie is a former Trump advisor who also ran for president in 2016. Polling by 538 shows he hasn't exceeded more than 3% in a single primary poll this year. Former Vice President Mike Pence is also launching his campaign for president, releasing a new video this morning that doesn't mention Trump by name.
Today, our party and our country need a leader that'll appeal, as Lincoln said, to the better angels of our nature.
Pence will be the first VP in modern history to take on his former running mate. The GOP primary will get even more crowded later today when North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum announces his campaign. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
The first Republican debate is coming up in late August. Party officials say candidates have to get donations from at least 40,000 people across multiple states and reach at least 1% in the polls in order to qualify for a spot on the stage. Coming up, bees are making the most of spring flowers, and this morning we're hearing from a local beekeeper about what to look for this summer. And Jason Valentine will return with a look at your local First Alert forecast.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 trimmer. Real STIHL. Find yours.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
She's forecasted local weather for 3 years, and now she's part of the Cap KVUE First Alert weather team.
Join me each evening at 5, 6, and 6:30 on Cap KVUE Local News.
Stacy Lee, Cap KVUE First Alert weather. Watch weeknights.
When I go to get my hair cut, I fall asleep. He just kind of pushes me around like this.
Next live, Katrina Valve and Young Mazzino from Beef.
Today at 9 on Cap KVUE.
Portion of Cap KVUE sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVUE First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far, and what a beautiful day we have in store. We have a little bit of cloud coverage out there, a little more cloud coverage than we've seen in a while, but we are going to be seeing plenty of sunshine today and plenty of heat. We already have a warm morning so far. 60s along the Blue Mountain region, mostly mid-50s for the rest of our areas, save for Ellensburg. We're at 47. So we are going to warm up quite mightily today. We're going to be in the mid to upper 90s for all of our areas, save for Ellensburg, just a little bit cooler. But as we move into tomorrow, we're going to start to cool down, still very warm and 84 by Friday. So the big drop, 14 degrees or so for all of our cities. We're still going to be above our average for this time of year. Then we'll slowly warm back up as we head into our next work week. So tomorrow, let's get to tomorrow when we start to cool down. We have storm chances coming in from the south, low pressure system in Nevada. Now the real spot to look for is not in our area, Spokane, the panhandle of Idaho, and western Montana. But our areas, we do have a chance of seeing some scattered showers, and some lightning is possible as well. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And do get ready for, again, maybe a little bit of shower activity into Friday morning as well. So here's what we're talking about. As we head into our day, we do have a little bit more cloud coverage than we're used to for the past couple of days. We have a little bit of shower activity to the south. Some of that could break through this evening into tomorrow morning from the south into the Blues, Pendleton, Walla Walla areas. As we get into Thursday, so this is tomorrow, as we're cooling down, we do have a chance of seeing some thunder and lightning or just plain old showers for many of our areas, and that will persist off and on as we head into Thursday evening, into Friday, even into Friday afternoon. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Very quick showers if they do come to your area. And again, we don't expect much to fall, but still some shower activity. Haven't seen that in about 2 weeks, so we do expect that to be coming to some of our areas. Light winds today, and that should continue into our next couple of days. Picking up a bit on our Friday as we have that big cool down to the mid to lower 80s, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. As we move into our weekend, we'll be looking at, again, a little bit of nominal winds for your weekend into the beginning part of our next work week. Mid-90s for Yakima, Toppenish, 92 for Ellensburg, which is very warm for them. Mid to upper 90s for the Mid-Columbia, and over in the Blue Mountain region, mid-90s. So for the Yakima area, look at this, folks. We're down to 91 by Thursday and 81 by Friday, and then we'll be warming up as we get into our next work week, back to those lower 90s. Again, folks, all of those highs above our average for this year. Tri-Cities area, more sunshine than not for the week ahead, but very hot today, 98, 91 Thursday, 84 by Friday. So folks, keep an eye out for some quick showers starting really tomorrow morning into Friday morning, but then we'll see clearing as we head into our weekend. If you're looking for relief on the way, it's going to come quickly, about a 15-degree drop from today. But for today, hydrate, use sunscreen, and please, if you're outside, take care. But a beautiful day, hot day is ahead.
Well, as Jason's been mentioning, it has been beautiful outside lately, and this may bring some visitors into your garden. We're in the middle of bee season right now, and while they might be considered a nuisance to some, bees are very important creatures for food production. Cap KVUE's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live from West Richland. Riley, what do we need to know about the bee season?
Well, good morning, everyone. It has been hot outside, which means that if you've been outside for a long period of time, you may have seen some of those little yellow guys with the wings hanging out around. And I'm here with Scott Rapelius. He's a local beekeeper in the Tri-Cities. And you were telling me yesterday about some diseases that bees have been getting in the last few decades that have been kind of impacting beekeepers and the bee population. Can you tell me about how it's impacted beekeepers?
Yeah, overall, I mean, in the late 80s, mites and things came into the area up in the United States from South America, and they carry diseases, and it's caused colony collapse disorder and a lot of different things like that. So it's been a little tougher beekeeping. You have to be more vigilant and more on top of your bees than you ever have had in the past.
Yeah, you were telling me also it's not really a hobby anymore for some people because it's such a task.
Yeah, if you have more than a handful of hives, it can be, I call it my full-time hobby with over 400 hives. So it's a lot to do with a full-time job as well.
For sure. And bringing it close to home, not only have those diseases been impacting beekeeping and livelihood of bees, but you lost a lot of bees last week. Can you kind of tell us what happened?
On Memorial Day, somebody was burning something across the field from me in Pasco. And it got away from them, and the next day that fire came across and burnt up 104 of my beehives. So quite a large loss. Yeah. And
what is the impact of that it's going to have on your honey production?
It's about 100 pounds of honey per hive, and that's 104 hives, so 10,400 pounds of lost honey, plus the bees and equipment.
All right, so we've been seeing a lot of pollen in the air as well. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, how that honey could keep you from getting some of those allergies. That's coming up in about half an hour. Live in West Richland with Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Good Morning Northwest. We are talking about a new IPA brewed by a Moxie company to benefit Yakima Pride. But first, STCU and Cap KVUE Local News are looking for community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties to go that extra step helping us all. If you know someone like this, please nominate them by clicking on contests at yaktrynews.com. Every 6 weeks or so, we choose a volunteer to profile on Cap KVUE Local News, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you for nominating someone, and a big thank you to all volunteers who make our communities stronger.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
This is everything I ever dreamed of!
The summer of '69 was the best summer ever. Be cool.
You were the best Peter Pan ever, baby.
Those 2 hours and 23 minutes really flew by.
The Wonder Years returns Wednesday, June 14th on ABC.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Situated in the heart of Washington wine country, the Prosser House by John Gray is a place you won't want to miss. John's international culinary training brings amazing cuisine to the table. Treat yourself and someone special to a meal you won't soon forget. We'll see you at the Prosser House.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Folks, it is here. We've been waiting for this hot day to come, but folks, no records will fall today. We're about 10 or so degrees off of our all-time highs, save for Walla Walla getting close there by about 9 degrees. But folks, get ready for plenty of sun and plenty of heat today, but we cool down tomorrow, and well, we have a little bit of shower activity expected as well. That'll be in my full forecast. It's coming up.
Breaker Brewing Company partnered with Yakima Pride to create the Lady Sparkle Haze IPA. The beer was featured at a community pint night Tuesday and will be on tap at Bale Breaker Brewing Company in Moxie for the rest of the month. $1 from every purchase goes to support Yakima Pride.
The LGBT community is here. We are growing. We're a very inclusive environment, so it's always fun to have these businesses come out and support and be these great community allies and partners with us.
Again, the fundraiser goes on through the end of the month. A local dog rescue is asking for your help after they were given a severely malnourished dog. This 3-year-old Belgian Malinois was found by Animal Control last week near Pasco High School. Mikey's Chance Rescue says at the time she weighed 20 pounds. That's the weight of an 8-week-old puppy, not a 3-year-old dog. Maddox Dog Training Academy in Altopia is caring for her as she regains strength, but she does have a long road to recovery. You can check out our website, yaktrynews.com, to find out more information about how to help. This morning, we're talking about how to protect your pets in that heat wave with one simple and free step. We have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code, which is also at the bottom of your screen throughout the show. The code will take you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download and there's no subscription fee.
During Men's Health Awareness Month, Cap KVU Local News reminds guys that any time's a good time to implement healthy living decisions. Learn what you can do at yaktrynews.com.
Sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
Red or white. At Coyote Canyon, we've got you covered. If you love red, try our Italian Sangiovese, French Grenache, or Spanish Tempranillo. Like what you taste? Wine Club. Come visit our tasting room in Prosser. Coyote Canyon is calling.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so. Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
busted out laughing.
Judge Steve Harvey. New episodes return June 14th on ABC.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Police have arrested a teenager after a deadly mass shooting in Richmond, Virginia that investigators say targeted a high school graduation. And a major drug manufacturer is now suing the U.S. government. We'll explain why and the response from one Washington lawmaker coming up.
My goodness, we have a beautiful day ahead. We're going to get you ready for your first alert weather forecast for this hot Wednesday coming up.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine, and we've made it to midweek, and it's going to be a hot one. We've been talking about it all this week.
Yes.
We've been building since Monday. Monday, mid-80s up to 90. Yesterday, mid-90s to lower 90s, and then today, mid to upper 90s for most of our areas. So get ready for a hot one, but cool down starts tomorrow.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, let's take a look outside. We have a bit more cloud coverage than we're used to this morning, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine still today. And get ready for that heat to be on. So let's take a look at Yakima. You're going to be around 96. Again, a little bit of cloud coverage, but still that might give you a little bit of break from the sunshine, at least from this heat. And again, all of our areas safe for Ellensburg, mid to upper 90s, and just not much wind either. So very nice conditions. Just please make sure to take care of yourself with sunscreen, hydrate, and maybe some sunglasses. Also, we do expect to see cooler conditions starting tomorrow with some shower activity likely. Very brief shower activity, but still some rain nonetheless. So very hot today, scattered rain tomorrow, and a cool down very soon. All of your forecasts, it's coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Well, for those of you planning to take a walk today with or without your furry family members, you may want to get out the door a bit earlier than usual. When temperatures are as hot as they're going to get this afternoon and evening, it's not a good idea to have pets out on the sidewalk because after soaking up the heat all day, it can burn their paws. A good way to check is to hold the back of your hand against the sidewalk or pavement, and if it's too hot for you, it is too hot for your pets. And a reminder, it is illegal to leave any animal alone in the heat without access to shade and water. Police can break into your car if they see that an animal is in danger. But in Washington, you could also face charges just for leaving an animal tied up or penned up outside in the heat without shade and water. We have new information this morning about a teenage boy found dead in Toppenish over the weekend. The Yakima County coroner has identified him as 17-year-old Eduardo Cerda. According to the coroner, Cerda died from a gunshot wound to the torso. Authorities consider this a homicide investigation. 911 call records indicate the Yakima County Sheriff's Office deputies located the body early Sunday morning on South Alder Street. No word on any suspects or a possible motive. Well, what should have been a time of celebration for families turned into a deadly mass shooting in Richmond, Virginia last night. A 19-year-old is now in custody, accused of shooting 7 people outside a high school graduation ceremony, killing 2. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has been tracking that investigation overnight.
This morning, a Virginia community in shock after a mass shooting brought chaos to a high school graduation. At least 7 people were shot outside a Richmond theater where graduates and their families were leaving the ceremony.
Probably at least like 30 shots total. I saw the ambulance pull away several people off of the ground.
Police say 2 people are dead. A family member telling ABC News they were father and son, 18-year-old Sean Jackson and his father Renzo Smith, there to celebrate his son's graduation. Jackson's younger sister was hit by a fleeing car and is recovering. This image shows students in caps and gowns running from the scene.
They just continuously fired, and everyone started running for their lives.
A 19-year-old suspect is now in custody, expected to face second-degree murder charges. Police saying they believe this was a targeted attack.
We think the suspect knew at least one of the victims.
The superintendent, still in the robe he wore for the ceremony, emotional.
Tired of seeing people get shot, our kids get shot, and I beg of the entire community to stop.
A child should be able to go to their graduation and walk out their graduation and enjoy the accomplishment with their friends and their families. It's nothing sacred any longer.
Andrew Dimber, ABC News, New York.
Even with a suspect in custody, Richmond Public Schools opted to close today out of an abundance of caution. And all of the high school graduations in the district that were scheduled for this week have been canceled. More than 18,000 people across the nation have died from gun violence so far this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. But that's not a record. A new report from the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions says the record number of gun-related deaths for the United States so far was in 2021. Nearly 49,000 people died that year. The report from Johns Hopkins also says guns are the leading cause of death for children and teenagers in the U.S. The federal government is facing a lawsuit because it gave Medicare the authority to negotiate lower prices for prescription medication. Because Medicare is such a big institution, it has a lot of buying power. Merck says it's too much power. The drug maker is suing the government, saying that letting Medicaid negotiate lower prices basically forces companies to hand over their products without fair pay. We don't even know yet which medications could be negotiated down. The first list, which should be less than a dozen drugs, is expected in September. Washington Senator Patty Murray issued a response to Merck's lawsuit. She says the drug manufacturer is just protecting itself and its money, saying in part, quote, while big drug companies may not want to be at the negotiating table, the American people are sick and tired of giant pharmaceutical corporations putting their executives' paychecks above its patients, end quote. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, but nothing is going to mask the heat that is on the way. Folks, a very hot Wednesday is in store with showers and cooler temperatures expected tomorrow. All of your forecasts coming up.
I'm out here in West Richland talking about honeybee season and how eating local honey can keep your allergies at bay. That's coming up.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages, up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
She's forecasted local weather for 3 years, and now she's part of the CapKView First Alert weather team.
Join me each evening at 5, 6, and 6:30 on CapKView Local News.
Stacy Lee, CapKView First Alert weather. Watch weeknights.
When I go to get my hair cut, I fall asleep. He just kind of pushes me around like this.
Next live, Katrina Valve and Young Mazzino from Beef. Today at 9 on CapKView.
The Tri-City Dust Devils will be playing at Geisa Stadium tonight in a series that was originally set for Eugene, Oregon. A scheduling conflict means that the 6-game series moves to Pasco, but the Eugene Emeralds will still be the home team. Tickets for the series are just $5 each, and parking will be free. There are 6:30 games tonight, tomorrow, and Friday, then a Saturday doubleheader and a noon game on Sunday. Well, there's a day for everything, but with that big warm-up on the way, it's kind of perfect that today is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. It's not clear why this holiday falls on June 7th, but it appears chocolate was actually one of the very first flavors of frozen dessert. It was mentioned in an Italian book almost 350 years ago. I have to say, it looks delicious. And I know that you mentioned that you're not the biggest fan of chocolate ice cream.
No.
Is it the chocolate itself, or just not the combination of ice cream and chocolate?
It doesn't taste like chocolate to me. It tastes like something, I don't know. I like chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. What is your favorite ice cream?
I think you just mentioned it, to be honest. Yeah.
All right. I'm so boring. Vanilla is my favorite.
Vanilla is your absolute favorite.
But I like it with caramel sauce.
Okay.
Or hot
adding
fudge.
a little something
Or
to
hot
it.
Yeah, either one.
Excellent.
Delicious. All right, folks, we have your full weather forecast coming up next. We get you ready for a very hot day and some possible showers on the way. That's coming up next.
And we're talking to a beekeeper about the interaction between allergy season and local honey. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
This morning on GMA, it's Alicia Keys. And this week, Sarah Jessica Parker and Samuel L. Jackson, all live right here.
You gotta love it.
Plus, fantastic Father's Day deals and steals. This week on
Good Morning, America.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ana Garcia, pediatrician with Astria Health. The best time to establish care with a pediatrician is now. Kids don't come with instructions. Pediatricians, we're a great resource for helping keep your kids healthy and safe. I'm accepting new patients every day, and I would love to be able to be part of your life.
Go online to www.astria.health. Astria Health, always here.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff at $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Aero Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Aero Roofing a call today.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving exclusively in members' mailboxes this week. Our 16-page book has store-wide savings in every department. Enjoy your spring and summer on the patio for less. Bi-Mart has you covered. Plus, find great savings in sporting goods, pet supplies, and pantry essentials. Bi-Mart saves you more. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. We've made it to midweek. Hope you're having a good morning so far. A little bit of cloud coverage this morning, though. We're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine as well. Yeah, a little bit of clouds throughout our areas. These will move along. We also have just a hint of shower activity just to the southwest of Pendleton. That could play a factor later on today for Pendleton, but shower activity should be coming into all of our areas, or at least parts of our areas, as we get into tomorrow. So a lot to talk about. Let's talk about this heat, and we are warm this morning. We're in the mid to upper 50s, 60s along the Blues, and 49 our cool spot for Ellensburg, but a very warm morning, and these warm conditions are going to continue. All of our areas, save for Ellensburg, mid to upper 90s today. We're going to start that cool down tomorrow, right around the 90-degree mark, mid 80s, and all the way down to the mid to lower 80s by Friday. But we are going to be seeing possibility of shower activity as well as we get to tomorrow and Friday morning. So let's get to those storm chances. We have storms coming in from the south. Now, this is tomorrow, low pressure system off in Nevada. Now, the heavier spot will be for the Spokane, Idaho's Panhandle, and western Montana. Our areas tomorrow, well, we're just going to have a general chance of seeing scattered showers, possibly lightning as well, and maybe even a little bit of hail. So that is expected mostly in the afternoon, into the evening, into Friday morning. So let's get to the timing for all of this. So as looking at today, again, cloud coverage should move on mostly today, but we could see a little bit of shower activity from the south break through to Pendleton. So here's what we're looking at tomorrow as we start to see some shower activity form by the late morning. So this could also include a little bit of thunder and lightning. So Blues are at risk. Tri-Cities, Yakima, Ellensburg, then a little bit more scattered as we get to our Thursday, tomorrow evening, and then as we move into Friday morning, more chances of showers. But really what you can take from this is if it does come to your area, it will be very, very quick, but still a little bit of rain would be very good for the dry conditions we've had for the past couple of days or past couple of weeks. So wind speeds 10 mile per hour to light. That will continue though on Friday when we cool down. We could see between 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, so a little bit of a pickup, but still nothing really extreme coming wind-wise. So our highs today, mid-90s, Yakima, Toppenish, 92 for Ellensburg. And again, if Ellensburg's 92, the rest of our areas are very hot, mid to upper 90s. Now, folks, we're not seeing any record temperatures today, but still very hot for this time of year, mid-90s for much of the Blues. 7-day forecast. So today, after today's apex, we're going to cool down tomorrow for Yakima. Again, most of our areas mid to upper 80s, lower 90s. So 91 for Yakima, down to 81 for Friday. So that's a 15-degree drop. It makes sense that we're going to see a little bit of shower activity. Mother Nature usually gets a little cranky when we drop 15 degrees or more. Then as we head into our next work week, we're going to be warming back up. And again, folks, down to 81 for Friday. That's still above our average for this time of year. So we're not seeing really a cooling trend, just a less hot trend into our weekend. In the Tri-Cities area, 98 today, 91 by tomorrow, and then 84 by Friday. Then we start that slow ascent again. More sunshine than not for the week ahead, though we are seeing a little bit of cloud coverage today. And again, with those showers tomorrow, possible showers, we'll see a little bit more cloud coverage as well. But folks, get ready for a very hot Wednesday indeed. Make sure you hydrate, have that sunscreen on, maybe some sunglasses, protect your eyeballs. Again, if you're waiting for a cool down, it'll start tomorrow.
With this hot weather that we're experiencing, you may notice some visitors to the flowers in your garden. We're in the middle of bee season right now, and while they might be considered a nuisance to some, bees are very important creatures for food production. Cap KVUE's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live from West Richland. Riley, what can you tell us about a honeybee's timeline?
Well, good morning, everyone. Like all of us, as the seasons change, we also start to go through some different phases. Unfortunately, like bees, we don't get to hibernate all winter, though I wish that we could. I'm here with Scott Rapelius, who is a local beekeeper here in the Tri-Cities. So before we get into like a a bee's yearly schedule. A lot of people are getting allergies right now, and I hear that local honey is a good way to kind of alleviate those allergies.
Yep, that's very true. So what you're getting with local honey is the little pollen flakes in there. You're inoculating yourself by ingesting the pollen, and that helps reduce your allergies. You won't get rid of them, but it really helps reduce the effect.
Awesome. And so onto that bee schedule, the yearly bee cycle, if you will. I hear that honeybee season starts in the spring. So let's kind of talk about, now that we're seeing this nicer weather, how long we're going to be seeing the bees out here for.
Yeah, bees come out of the hive once it gets above 50 degrees, so sometime early to mid-March, and then they'll fly and gather nectar all the way through the end of summer into August, and then they start hibernating once it gets colder towards the October time frame.
All right. And I hear they also get some sort of little Christmas vacation down in California. Let's talk about that.
Yes, most commercial beekeepers like myself bring our bees to California for almond pollination after Christmas, and they pollinate almonds in February and then come back up to pollinate apples, cherries, blueberries, etc., starting around April.
Awesome. Well, I kind of wish I got a little California winter vacation.
Come back all suntan and ready to work.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, I'll send it back to you guys at the studio live in West Richland with Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Riley. We will be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's a rare, mysterious illness affecting marijuana users.
They tested me for everything else underneath the sun.
When Erica Hagler was 33, the otherwise healthy Massachusetts artist was struck down with severe symptoms.
Felt like I was going to die. Shakes, elevated heart rate, completely dehydrated, and the vomiting was back to back to back.
She says her eventual diagnosis was CHS, or cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, which affects people who use high doses of marijuana daily over an extended period of time.
It comes in a cyclical fashion. They're terrifically symptomatic, and they can get very, very sick.
So how common is CHS, and who's most vulnerable? We'll have what you need to know coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Juju Chang, ABC News.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. Just into our newsroom this morning, the Mabton School District is on a 2-hour delay this morning. The district posted on Facebook that the delay is because of power outages, and they will not have preschool today. The district says students will still have the usual Wednesday early release. As of this week, Walla Walla police have officially started using body cameras. The police department says the cameras have sensors that will automatically turn on and start recording if an officer pulls their gun or activates their taser. Police say getting the cameras required a lot of work with the city to find funding for the technology and to get community input on how the cameras will be used. They also created a new records technician position to handle requests for body camera video. This week, the Pasco City Council voted to allow pot shops in parts of the city. This debate has been going on for months, and the final vote was delayed several times before this week's council meeting. The final rule puts strict limits on where the businesses will be allowed to operate. The city of Grandview broke ground Tuesday on the city's first ever truck plaza. The average truck driver drives hundreds of miles in a day before they have to stop. The city of Grandview is hoping that they'll soon find a reason to stop there. This city is breaking ground on its first ever truck plaza, an $8.1 million partnership between a private business owner, the city port, and Yakima County.
The first phase is going to be the truck plaza. It's going to include the convenience store, truck car fuel stations. It's going to have truck repair shop, truck wash, and restaurants and bar. And the second phase, they will have the 40-room hotel.
At the end of it all, they anticipate bringing more than 60 new jobs into the community. The plan is to have the first phase of the project completed by the end of the year and the second phase in the next couple of years. Here in the Tri-Cities area, the Candy Mountain Preserve Trail had closed Tuesday and will remain closed today because of road improvement work. Workers will pave a street just off of Dallas Road and conduct hard surfacing of the trailhead parking lot. Local traffic can still access East 669 PR Northeast during the road work, but it will drop to a single lane. The federal government is facing a lawsuit because it gave Medicare the authority to negotiate lower prices for prescription medication. Drug maker Merck is suing the government, saying that letting Medicaid negotiate lower prices basically forces companies to hand over their products without fair pay. We don't even know yet which medications could be negotiated down. The first list, which should be less than a dozen drugs, is expected in September. Washington Senator Patty Murray issued a response to Merck's lawsuit. She says the drug manufacturer is just protecting itself and its money, saying in part, quote, "While big drug companies may not want to be at the negotiating table, the American people are sick and tired of giant pharmaceutical corporations putting their executives' paychecks above its patients," end quote. Bale Breaker Brewing Company partnered with Yakima Pride to create the Lady Sparkle Haze IPA. The beer was featured at a community pint night Tuesday and will be on tap at Bale Breaker Brewing Company in Moxie for the rest of the month. $1 from every purchase goes to support Yakima Pride.
A little bit more cloud coverage for your Wednesday morning as we will greet the day. Still plenty of sunshine expected. Well, partly cloudy skies, but very hot conditions today. All of our areas mid to upper 90s. We're very warm this morning. We're in the 60-degree mark already for the Blue Mountain region and Toppenish. Other than that, we're in the 50s. So get ready for a hot one. Again, mid to upper 90s for most of our areas. We're going to start to cool down tomorrow, right around the 90-degree mark, and then mid to lower 80s by Friday, but we're still going to be above our average, so still staying warm, and then we'll nicely warm into our next work week. So we do have storm chances. This is tomorrow, so there's a low pressure system in Nevada. It is churning up some precipitation into really specifically western Montana, the Idaho Panhandle, and the Spokane area in eastern Washington. Our areas, we just have a general chance of seeing some scattered showers tomorrow. Maybe even some lightning and hail is possible. This should persist into your Friday morning. So first chance in a while of seeing some shower activity. Winds exactly where we expect them to be, light. We do expect them to pick up Friday as we cool down, maybe 10 to 20 mile per hour. Still, not really any wind events on the way. So mid-90s for the Yakima, Toppenish area, 92 for Ellensburg. And folks, 92 for Ellensburg is hot for them. Mid to upper 90s for the Mid-Columbia. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're right in those mid to maybe lower 90s. And folks, if you're thinking, are any records being broken today? No, we're still about 10 to 5 to even 3 degrees off of our all-time records. But we're looking at a very hot day. Please hydrate, take care of yourself and your family, and make sure you wear that sunscreen if you head outside. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates at yaktrynews.com.